Hello and welcome to the live stream from the London School of English. Today we will be talking about the benefits of learning English online in virtual groups. Should you choose a face-to-face English course or learn English online in virtual groups? And which is best? A lot of our alumni and new clients ask us this question. We have with us our expert English language trainer, Emma Palmieri, and Sylvia Coutinho from our clients team who will be helping you with these questions. Hello, Emma and Sylvia.
Hello everyone.
Welcome back, because both of you have actually been on our live streams before, so I'm sure that a lot of people know you already. So for those of you who are new, Emma has been teaching general and business English to international clients in our school, both face-to-face and online for over 8 years. And she has been an English trainer for over 10 years, both in London and internationally. And Sylvia has been helping our clients with choosing the right English course for them for more than 2 years. And Sylvia also has a teaching background, so both Emma and Sylvia have a lot to share with you on this topic. So it's been quite a year with a lot of changes for everyone, and with work and studies moving increasingly online. Our school was established in 1912 and is the oldest accredited English language school in the world. But we have always liked to explore new methods of teaching. So we set up London School Online 5 years ago and have been teaching online ever since. This meant that we were in the fortunate position of being ready to deliver online. So we had been delivering individual Skype lessons and self-study courses and group training for companies. So when we needed to teach clients in groups online, we moved very quickly. We made sure we had classes running at times to suit different time zones, and that all our trainers were equipped at home to support this way of working. So let's just have a look at the video of one of the virtual group classes in action. And then let's discuss what exactly the benefits of learning English online could be for you. So let's just have a look.
Just one question for you. It says that the cases we're going to read are landmark cases. Maybe Anna, could you explain what a landmark case is, what that word means?
I know what is landmark, but let me see. A case judged in a, I don't know, in a landmark. Oh my God, I don't know how to explain this. Yeah.
Okay. So
in the same place, maybe, like, I don't know.
What about physical place? No, it's a word that has a more metaphorical meaning. There are hundreds, thousands of cases in EU law. Why would we only look at these three?
Because something that is famous or something that is important for as a precedent, something like that.
Right, good. Yes, that word precedent is important. I'm not sure if precedent is directly applicable in the same way that it is in UK law to EU law, but the idea is the same. These cases changed EU law. And so they're important for that reason. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is one of our Legal English 2030 classes earlier this year in virtual groups. So teaching English online was quite normal for us then, but I guess this was a very big change for a lot of clients who needed to move from face-to-face classes to virtual groups. So Emma and Sylvia, what was the reaction of clients at the time?
Well, obviously, like back in March, there was a lot of uncertainty around, and I was teaching a class of university students at the time, and some of them felt quite reassured, actually, to be taught from home online. I think sometimes their families felt a bit happier about that. Others were really enjoying the classroom atmosphere and the interaction face to face. So obviously they were a bit disappointed to be going back home and doing it online, but obviously they understood because of the situation.
Mm.
And what about you, Sylvia? How was it for you?
Yeah, well, from the administration, the sales side of it, obviously the shock for everyone was just to adjust to the new life and what the new normal was going to be like. But the amazing thing that we got a great response from our alumni network. So all our ex students or clients took the opportunity, well, as our life has changed and had for several weeks, they decided to take the opportunity, as they could not enjoy the outside, to actually continue their learning. So we had loads of clients coming back to us and to take some of our virtual courses, which was great to see them. And some of the students who were at the school, actually, at first, obviously, the shock having to go back home took a little bit of time first to then decide, okay, now I'm home, I'm safe, I want to go back to my studies. So they took maybe a couple of weeks before they contacted us again and said, okay, I'm ready to continue my learning. And then actually the video we just watched was the first course that switched from face-to-face to online. You could see the background. The teacher was in one of the classrooms, and as you girls said, some felt much safer to be at home and take the course at home. And in fact, most of the legal English students continued that training and completed the course, which was 3 weeks long. There is, in fact, a testimonial from one of the girls you saw in the video, Carmen, who left us a lovely message commenting, in fact, on the course online. And Olga will show it to you shortly.
Perfect.
Hi guys, the school gave to us the opportunity to follow our lessons also from a distance. The online platform is very functional and well operated, and we can also have group discussions. So at the moment is the best way to improve our English. Bye.
Lovely.
That was lovely. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really great to see this video testimonial. And we also have another testimonial from somebody.
The other one.
Yeah, from a client who took our business and professional English in virtual groups. Let's have a look.
So yes, Elisa wrote to us saying that I had just completed the business and professional English virtual course, and I must say that I was very satisfied. The online lessons were effective, clear, and engaging. The teacher did an excellent job. The assistant received from the customer sales manager, that, by the way, it was me, was also great. So, thank you very much, Elisa. That was pure casual. But yes, I actually remember Elisa, who then ended up doing also some one-to-one lessons as well. So yeah, it was brilliant. Thank you, Elisa.
That's great. Thank you, Sylvia, for sharing this testimonial, and Emma for kind of telling us a little bit more at how clients moved from face-to-face to online courses. And just before we get to the actual benefits, kind of listing those benefits one by one, I would like to say hello to our viewers who joined us. So we've got Anthony Peter. Hi, Anthony. We have Ali Abdi from Somalia.
Wow.
Ali very well, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ali, for connecting again.
Yeah. We have Tanya Gestas, who's saying hello from Brazil. Tanya is one of our alumni, so it's really great to see you back on the live stream, Tanya. And we have Sarah Goma, who is also following us on the YouTube, and I think it's already not the first live stream that Sarah is joining. So really good to see you all here, and please do comment in the live chat, and if you have any questions, and we'll attempt to answer them at the end of the Q&A session. Also share with us where you're joining us from. So Sylvia and Emma, now the question is, what was the first benefit of learning English online in virtual groups?
Right. I think there are loads of benefits, but we're just going to look at just a few, unfortunately. So the first is more to do with the timing and the convenience of the course. So what do we mean with timing? Obviously, what the London School offers is very much is very flexible in terms of time slots. So we try to cover people coming from different parts of the world. So you can choose whatever suits you best. You can also start it any week, and is very flexible sometimes in terms of having to maybe take a week break and then start again maybe after a week. And most of all, is probably the most affordable course, but still get the great fantastic quality of our London School trainers. What do you think, Emma?
Well, I just echo the convenience really of, like, you can study from home but with a teacher, and in a group or by yourself, either way. So you just have, like, the comfort of your home around you. You don't have to worry about getting anywhere or doing anything. You could even just put a wash on and study English while you're doing the washing at the same time. It's just very, very convenient, and I think it's a sort of a fantastic way to be able to fit studying English into your lives when you're just at home. So I think it's just very, very flexible and convenient, really.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely an important consideration for all of these busy professionals or busy family people who need to squeeze in improving their language, and at the same time kind of balance it with the rest of their life. And what would you say is the second benefit?
Well, I've already mentioned the beauty of the comfort of staying at home, but still having our top quality teachers. So, well, the London School is famous for being, apart from the oldest language school, we are the highest accredited language school and this is not what we say, is what the comments that we receive from our clients.
What the British Council says as well.
The British Council as well said that we are number one, and a few also magazine in our industry have rated us as very great value for money. And yes, and all of this is brought in not only for our face-to-face, our courses in the school, but great, you can have exactly the same online. Do you agree, Emma? Of course.
Well, I have to agree, don't you? Yes, it's the same standard online as there in our schools, which is a very high standard. Not only do we have the best teaching qualifications you can get, we also have lots of trainers who have professional backgrounds that can complement that of their students. So, for example, we have one of our teachers has a background in advertising, and she was very successful in that field. We have trainers who have been lawyers, who have legal backgrounds. We have all sorts of things. So our management is very good at matching the students to teachers that not only are excellent teachers in themselves, but also have a relevant background to help that student. And also, we're used to being quite flexible in our normal everyday courses to fit to the needs of our students, whether that's one-to-one or in a group. So doing it online is just a natural extension of that, really. So yeah, I think our experience has served us well in the online on the online classes as well.
Yeah, no, that's it's definitely something that we hear a lot about when we're asking our clients what exactly they value about the school. Is the high quality, and of course that our trainers would be quoted, kind of at the top of all of the comments. So that's definitely a big thing. So how about the third benefit of learning English in virtual groups?
So I think it's incredibly flexible and is efficient. Well, it's flexible, especially in very busy lives. So as I was saying, when we started, for instance, the lockdown, as soon as we went into lockdown, and we perhaps kind of advertised or informed our network, our alumni network of the event, they really took it on board, so they could fit into their very busy life, again, an online training. And this is what we get to see quite a lot, and the most people appreciate the fact that they can continue working while training, because of also the variety of time slots that we have that fit in everyone. And also you can, as I said, you can start, pause the course and continue again. The course is also very bespoke, and as Emma was saying, the trainers take serious consideration of what their final goal of the client is. So and often I'm asked, okay, can I see a syllabus for the course? What will I be doing? And my answer is also, what exactly is that you're trying to achieve? The trainer will make sure that your goal will be achieved by the end, what is achievable by the end of whatever period. So, and I always talk about how the first lesson is about signing a contract, isn't it, Emma? So deciding what is their goal at the end of the week, what can be achieved.
Exactly. I think that's the key thing. We're not teaching a course, we're teaching a student. And you know, what the student needs, what the goals of the student is basically what the course is for that particular student. And I think one strength of the online is that you can almost like build whatever would work for you. So you might have some one-to-one, where you focus in more detail on your individual needs, especially if you feel that you want to prepare for a particular presentation, or there's something you want to go into great detail, you can do that. And at the same time, maybe at a different time of day or the following week, you can join a group course and enjoy that interaction, that bouncing off other students and talking and meeting other people from around the world that group class offers. So I think that's another great benefit of flexibility. And I just reiterate what Sylvia said. I think fantastic. If you can't leave work for whatever reason, I know lots of people, unfortunately, with the lockdown, are much busier than normal with work. Still fit, some teaching hours around it, and with us, we will find a way to fit around whatever hours will work for you.
That's great.
That's really important.
Yeah, that's great to know. So flexibility, efficiency, and also focus on the client and on specific needs of our clients. And just to illustrate, because we saw a video of a virtual group class in action, and I just wanted to very quickly show an extract from an individual English lesson online. So let's have a look.
Hello, hello.
So how are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well, thank you, Muriel. Tell me about your week.
Oh,
so far.
So no, I have a lot of works to do. We have to work with the team in the UK, the team in the Belgium, the team in France. So it represents a lot of mini coordination works to do.
Okay. Now let's just review what we did last time, because it was difficult, wasn't it? What we did last time? Do you remember?
Yes.
We did inversion. So I just want to make sure. I'm going to share screen with you, okay? And we're just going to have a look again at that document, and to see how much you remember, Muriel. How do you think we do that first one? Do you remember? So read out the full sentence first, and then see how. Yeah.
I didn't know how difficult this would be.
So remember, we invert the subject and the verb.
Yes. Sorry. Little did I know how difficult this would be.
There we are. You see?
Yeah.
What about the next one? Now, some feedback. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to write it up in the chat function, okay?
Yes.
Now, I was asking you about your week at the beginning, and you said... So what's wrong with that?
Oh, a lot of work.
Well done, okay. Now, Muriel, what's the difference between works and work?
It's work is more generic, no?
That's right, very good. It's more generic. Works is when you're doing construction works, building works.
Yes.
That's how you talk about works. And another pronunciation one, again, a difficult word.
Reliable.
Okay, listen to me. Reliable.
Ah oui. Reliable.
Okay, reliable.
Reliable.
Much better. Okay.
All right. So here's an example. Emma and Sylvia, would you like to just comment a little bit on what you've just seen, the video?
It's a classic example of the benefits of a one-to-one, really. Like, sort of, you have time to like focus on your accent, and I think that's one of the key benefits, because obviously, like, the different accents have different issues with sometimes English pronunciation, which is famously difficult. And it's a really good time to focus on, like, reliable. It's not an easy word for many people to say. So, you can focus on that particular issue. So I think that's, one of the key benefits, and good old Eamon has got it covered.
See, but also the fact that, well, we didn't see the old video, but I know the client actually. And she came and attended one of our courses, I think here at the London School years back. And then obviously wanted to focus on something that was more to do with her sector. And I think, yeah, the importance of a combination course, of doing more than one course, is also very, very popular. So loads of our clients come to us to perhaps even look at a longer term course. So they may, actually, in fact, Elisa, talking about the comment we had. So she attended a group course, and then perhaps and then ended up doing some one-to-one because she wanted to look at something a little bit more specific, or her availability in terms of time was had changed. So, and we do get a lot of clients like this who often, in fact, come to the London School and do our courses on face-to-face, and then decide to continue online when they go back home. And what we just seen is just an example of that, basically.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, we do have another video testimonial from a client who
Perfect example.
That. Let's have a look.
Hi, I am Jack from France. 5 years ago, I had already taken a face-to-face course in the London School of English in London, and recently I decided to improve my English doing an online course. In fact, I experienced 3 types of courses. Firstly, a group course with 3 other students. Secondly, a specific course preparing for the IELTS exam. And thirdly, a one-to-one course. All of them turned out to be very efficient. My 4 teachers were all outstanding, outgoing, and thoughtful. They paid much attention to the specific needs of each student, and they never stigmatized our mistakes. It was very stimulating. So I was very satisfied with the London School of English, and I highly recommend it.
That's really great to, yeah.
He did it all.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good to see and kind of hear somebody who took our face-to-face courses and then moved to virtual training, and at the same time enjoyed them in kind of equally. So that's really great to hear. So these were the first three benefits of learning English online in virtual groups. We have two more to cover, but just before we do, I wanted to call out new people who joined us through the live stream. So we've got Cesar Arce from Peru. Hello, Cesar. We've got Frank Vargas Paredes from Colombia. We've got Ricardo Bertolo Esquivel, who is saying greetings, and Ricardo is already interested in booking lessons with us. So that's really great to hear. And we'll talk a little bit more about how to do this. Tanya Gestas is saying, well done, Jacques Vernier. And we also have a question from Frank, which we will address at the Q&A session. Okay. So Sylvia and Emma.
So stay with us, Frank.
Yes.
We will be answering your question. It's a good question. It's a good question.
Yeah, very good question. So what's the fourth benefit of learning English online in virtual groups? Emma and Sylvia.
Well, I think the benefit is when you're in a group, and this is just as true online as it is when you're face-to-face in the class, it's just meeting people from around the world. I think this is just such a fantastic opportunity for people to have. And I've had so many examples where I've had students that have got on really well online and stayed in contact via Facebook or Instagram or wherever way. And in happier times, we're able to visit each other and like sort of see how they lived. And in a perhaps more practical way, also being able to give each other advice, like if you want to come to my country, in terms of like sort of visiting one level, but also doing business, maybe giving some business contacts, some careers advice. It's really, really valuable for, I think, our students, and it's a key way to network and get to know people and just broaden their business horizons, not only in terms of speaking English, although that is very important, but also knowing the people and sort of being familiar and learning about different ways of doing business around the world. So I think that's something, you know, that my students have hugely enjoyed and benefited from.
And I think also my side of the school during lockdown, the networking was essential. It kind of kept us alive, and it was just sharing information, being there for each other. So we as a school attended loads of virtual events, to say that we were there and we were happy to help. So, but also it was actually really nice. I've had loads of many of our clients who contacted me, and even just to check how you doing. How are you, and how's things in the London school, and it was, and I think, you know, thanks to the lockdown, suddenly we discovered loads of platform and how many things could be done virtually. So yes, so I personally, I think I have experienced all of them. So yeah, so it's still a fantastic way of keeping in touch.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
We have another short video from a returning alumni who initially took face-to-face courses and then moved to our virtual training. So this is Tutu Zhu from China, who took our general English course online in groups. And she actually specifically talks about kind of the international atmosphere and international classmates. So let's have a look.
Because our class is quite small, skilled, and well organized, so everyone could get the feedback from the professional teacher immediately. Everyone could share their idea experience, everyone could take some practice. It's quite practical, and I learn a lot from different person. I really enjoy communicating with people from different country, and also it makes us to understand each other quite well. It's a wonderful experience to study in the London School of English, both online and offline. The teachers are professional. The classes are interesting. Most importantly, I always feel being taken care of by the teachers and the staff. Definitely, I will recommend it to anyone who wants to improve their English and who want to communicate with the people from different parts of the world.
Great.
Oh, how wonderful that she got looked after. That was really nice.
Yeah, definitely. So it's always heartwarming to watch video testimonials and read reviews from our clients. So yeah, that's just a really nice thing to do. So and I guess, what is the fifth benefit of learning English online? What would you say, Sylvia and Emma?
Shall I begin? I was just going to say, really, that lots of students ask me, like, sort of, what's better, like, sort of online or face-to-face? And, you know, you can't really answer that question, but I say you don't have to choose one or the other. I think it's a really good idea, maybe now when things aren't so certain, if you feel that you can't go to London, then maybe book a course online, study online and build your confidence up. It's very good for speaking, feeling much more comfortable speaking English, like building your vocabulary, so that when you do come to London, and we hope you do come to London because it's a wonderful city, you can hit the ground running. That's an expression we use to mean that you are prepared, you are ready to communicate with other people, to go and enjoy the culture, the social life and everything. You don't feel, oh my goodness, my English is a little bit rusty because I haven't used it. You have used it because you've done a course online. So you are ready from the very beginning to make the most and enjoy everything that London has to offer. So I think for me, it's the compatibility, how well these two courses work together, both online and face-to-face. It's not a case of one or the other. They both help you improve your English. They both make you more confident.
Yeah, it also works the other way around. We often see people come in, actually, we've seen people who came to London, started their training, got very excited with all the progress they've made, and said, okay, I don't want to lose this. How can I continue? And so they move to a more flexible, we just discussed a more flexible way of learning, which is the online, the virtual way. So yes, both are just as valuable. But I've also in the last few weeks, since things start opening up, I've also had loads of clients coming to me asking for a longer term study. So we do have clients starting from a very low level who are very ambitious and want to, I don't know, perhaps take an exam, or I do have a client who would really like to attend one of our legal English course, but her level isn't quite right. So here we start in with perhaps a combination of courses. Yes, you could start with maybe a one-to-one or a group and take them all along. Perhaps sometimes it could be a year long-term kind of commitment. And having both solutions, it really helps then to achieve their ultimate goal.
Great.
Yeah.
That's very interesting to hear all of these benefits, and there are of course many more, but in this particular live stream we wanted to focus on these ones and then also answer any of your questions. So one last question specifically for Sylvia, because we have Ricardo talking about potentially joining our training So if somebody is interested in booking our courses, either face-to-face in London or online in virtual groups, Sylvia, what are the steps that they need to make?
Very easy. You can go to our website, and there are several pages in which you can leave us a message, and we get back to you in less than 24 hours. There are some chat. There's a chat option, or you can just contact us and send us an email on to clients@thelondonschool.com. Here is coming. And if you mention this particular live stream and you want to speak to me, just say that's for Sylvia, and I'll be very happy to help you.
That's great. We also have more comments. Yeah, so Frank is saying thank you, and then also there was a question from Frank earlier.
So I think this is when I was talking about one-to-one possibly, and I said we can go into more details, and that's exactly what I mean, Frank. Like sort of, for example, if your work is very specific, as some of our clients' needs are, you can go into a lot more detail, whether it's about like sort of we have a student who is responsible for nuclear power stations in a part of France and wanted to know specific terminology for the nuclear inspectors coming to see it. So like, so that is like sort of very obviously specific vocabulary and language that he needed for that particular function. So that's the kind of thing you're looking at. Or maybe, as you said, like it could be legal, commercial vocabulary if you're not booked a special course, but you want to just talk about your needs in your particular career. You can go into a lot more depth. Although group, obviously, we do take, you know, the needs of the group into account and adapt our courses if your needs are quite specific.
Yeah, we do have some specialized courses though. So the HR and the legal English are as a group courses as well. But yes, of course, the otherwise, if you're looking for something very specific, I would have advised the one-to-one as well. Absolutely.
Great. And we have a question from Tanya. Because we talked a lot about advantages, but also what are potential disadvantages related to studying English online?
Well, you need an internet connection. That's one thing I would say.
What was it, Emma? Sorry.
Sorry, Sylvia.
What was it? Sorry.
So about potential disadvantages of online learning. And I sort of said that sometimes internet connection can sometimes be an issue, and having good internet, I think, you know, that is obviously crucial if you want to have online lessons.
Yeah. But I guess, obviously, you know, although the pedagogically, I think the lesson are very much the same as what you would get face to face. You do not have the human contact. So, for instance, when you come to the London School, we try to create a lot of little event during the day in which you can practice your English, and this can be at the coffee break, this can be around lunchtime. So you do miss out of all this, and obviously you don't get to experience the city and the culture. But I think in terms of the lesson is still pretty much the same.
Yeah. And I would like to add, Emma, you mentioned potential technical problems, but what we also make sure is that whenever somebody starts their class online, we send a special pack with all of the instructions and guidelines on how to join our classes, what to do in case there are any technical difficulties. And usually that goes very smoothly. And we pretty much didn't really have clients complaining so much about technical issues. Sylvia, yeah. So it's something that we help with as well. And
it's not,
and I guess,
it does happen. Yeah.
Yes, and I guess yes, London is one thing to experience. So of course, if you do have a chance to come to London for our face-to-face courses, please do so. Tanya, would be really happy to see you back again. and meanwhile, just to make kind of this transition between virtual courses to, between being online, for example, joining our live streams, to face-to-face courses easier, you're very welcome to join us to join our virtual courses if you'd like that.
We have a lovely comment, sorry, Olga, from Adriana, who I know very well. Hello, Adriana, nice to see you. Who's actually attending one of our courses right now, and thank you for the lovely feedback.
Yes, and we've got another comment where that it's really great not having to travel anywhere sometimes.
Yeah.
So I think it very much depends on the person, because everybody's preferences are very different. But we hope that with all of this range of options, face-to-face and online, we'll find a way to help you improve your English as much as we can.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. So we would need to wrap up here. That's a big topic, and of course we could have talked a bit more about this, but we hope that this was useful. And we'd like to say, first of all, I'd like to say big thank you to Emma and Sylvia for joining us here today, and for sharing your experience and your tips and advice. And also big thank you to everyone who joined us, for sharing your time with us. And we really find you inspirational, because no matter where you are in the world, you're joining these lessons in these live streams, and you're continuing learning and improving your English. That's really great, and big high five for all your efforts. And if you've got any questions, do get in touch with us on the email that Sylvia mentioned, and we'll be able to help you and subscribe to our channel. And we also have a lovely comment from Vladimir Kornienko as well, who's saying that his English skills are getting better, and that's his first lesson here. So it's really great that you enjoyed it.
Well done.
Well done. So wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to you, and we hope to see you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.
Okay, bye, and good luck with your English. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.